Okay, hello and welcome back to the stream. Sorry about that, my setup blipped for some reason. Not sure why that is, but we'll look at that a little bit later. Thank you for sticking with us and watching. Yeah, so where were we? Right, so I was still working on these modifications. There we go, let's take out this central run. It's no longer needed on this section. What we will do is we'll temporarily take out the pilot seat. And then put the pilot seat back in. So we've got the forward set of thrusters here, we've got the set that comes back here, and we're going to need some turning thrusters which we'll actually put on near the much further back. These are going to be a lot lower tier. Right, don't want to reinforce that one. We could actually reduce the cubes that are used on that one, but not going to do that just yet. Want to make sure this is connected a little bit better, like so. May actually want to bring this entire shroud forward a bit. Yeah, we will want to bring the entire shroud forward. This is kind of not a great design there. Given this is reliant on the connection to that, and it's kind of easy to destroy that. There we go. So that helps to widen the design, not widen, but yeah, just having problems with really explaining what I'm doing. That sucks. Okay, reinforced. Now we need to have a connection point between the top and bottom. This reinforcement probably needs to be brought forward, not be as far back, so let's actually move that. There we go. And now that allows us to actually put a prism in there, although if you have the prism straight in there, it's going to just be a way to destroy that. So let's put a prism in one further back, and that way the damage won't be transmitted directly through. And we'll see if we can do the same kind of thing here. Actually, we may have already done that just to mount those thrusters on, so that's working. Don't really like having that so vulnerable. That's where I run out of cubes. Do I have... I'm gonna have to buy a load more of those. But we've also got to start putting weapons on here as well. And yeah, with the atrocious shielding we've got there at the moment, this is not going to be fun. Let's see what we've got. I've got a bunch of electroplates here that I can dump on here. How will those mount on? They might work. If we can bring those forward a little bit, they could have some kind of use. But there's something we're forgetting here, in that we also have these other fancy cubes. Okay, they're not going to allow me to connect anything around there. That kind of sucks. Right. So I would definitely need to bring the blocks forward one. So they would need to be... What happens if I put those on there? Just for placeholders. Then I've got blocks I can connect back from. Oh, come on. That's bullcrap. They are connected and you know it. So then we would want to change those. Bugger. So now it shows us connected, which is just weird. I can't connect them on like that, which sucks. Okay, I need mount points now, so there's going to be another few of these that I've got to put on here, so I'm just going to not be too fussy for now. And the front mount point's actually going to have to be brought a lot further forward than that. So let's pull that block out. Yeah, we need more blocks. That's just not going to happen without them. By come on, TX. Where are you? There we go. Hopefully that's enough now. Okay, so that shows that that's actually a connection. so that's the front weapon mount, so we're just going to put an SMG on there. Probably an SMG anyway, because that's what I've got most of, so we've got an SMG going on the front. Next one is going to have to be back around about here. Next one is then going to be mounted around here. And that means one more near the back. Now, see a problem in the... we've only got 4 SMGs on here now, so we're definitely going to need to move, try and move this section forward another block. That one can be moved forward a block. So long as I didn't just mess up my... Man, I moved it forward one too many. That'll do for spacing. There we go, that's the rear gun on there. So now we've got 4 guns. Still way short of what our maximum firepower on this design should be, so we'll get to work on that in a little bit. Let's finish sealing up the front and back though. Actually, I'm going to want to bring that forward one more. Okay, so that's some reinforcement there. And we definitely need that closed in. We can't put anything in there. Right, so we'll want to look at a way to potentially pull these guns to the side to give us more firepower. So with that in mind, let's look at what can we do. If we pull them to the side, we can actually move this one back by 1 block. And then let's see about putting a strut or something from here. Okay, so we can now swap those out and ASRock can connect off there. So if I grab one of these and then put a mount on the end of it. Will that enable me to have two? Yeah, but that's a little bit far out now. So we don't need to have them mounted quite so far out. So that means using more conventional means. There we go, that's a little bit better. So we're going to essentially do the same trick back here now. Although a little bit more elegantly. Okay, so that's 6 SMGs on the top. And Marmon, welcome to the stream. Well, I can't connect that over because there's collision issues there. But what I could do, just to give some redundancy, add some blocks in like so, and we'll that's a standard prism, so can't fix it like that though. Man, that blows. Yeah, well, we'll leave that for like it is for now. Question is, how does it maneuver? I'm going to put a couple of things on the back here. Let's put some... I can't fit T-falls. Oh yeah, I can fit T-falls in there. Let's put a couple of T-falls just to help with turning. And let's go and test it out. I forgot to keep the speedometer on here to test speed. It's a little bit unstable. It needs some more mass on the bottom. See? The hoverblades are trying, but they don't quite like this. Okay, so we need to put more mass on the bottom. Well, that's no real issue. Ah, forgot to have clone mode on. My bad. Try that again. some on the front here as well. Now I probably want to actually put a gun or two underneath, just for redundancy. We've still got 1500 CPU to clear, so we're good on that front. Let's change these here then. And I want to see if I can actually get some of those electroplates on the front. So I don't have many available, but a couple of these, just for some forward shielding, wouldn't hurt. Yeah, don't like those blocks. Something like this. Now I want to use prisms like so. Don't like the connection blocks for these not really being very well protected. So I'd want to really have some kind of shield on front of there, but it'll do. Just means the electroplates are kind of vulnerable to being shut off, that's all. I could always do that. Just looks a bit ugly, that's all. Or I could lose those, put that on the front. I have to buy a couple of more of those tetras. Where are they? Not quite as pretty as I'd like. Better than nothing. Yeah, those will just not fit on at all. But what I might be able to do here, yep, there we go. And we're using that as shielding instead. And then we can do the same underneath, more or less. So we'd want to, let's bridge off this section here instead. Although I don't want multiple bits connected to the same vulnerable hard points, so we're actually going to bridge off of these, but not quite there, so let's move that connection point back. That just acts as an anchor point between the two sides. And then we can do something like this. See, why are these ones not going to connect now? This is just dumb. And these blocks need to be changed. That block needs to connect to the front, the one in front instead. Yes, they do connect on. Bloody stupid physics crap. See, that one connects. And now it works. Oh, what the hell. Anyway. Alright, thanks for watching. See you later. Right, so we're actually going to try and pull these ones back, or I was going to try and pull them back, but these are causing some problems with getting the connection points even working. Yeah. So now we've got that connection across, we can connect out a little bit further. That way we've just got some extra reinforcement there in the event the stuff goes wrong. Down point is now we have no rear connection section, and because clone mode was off, bugger, this sucks. It's my fault, I know, but still. Still on that Triforce as it should be. Let's connect a block in here just because. Out of blocks again. Let's buy another couple of these. Hopefully this should be enough. There we go. So that connects on. Now we just need a couple of the little tetras, those things, to hold those in place. And of course the connections are not going to show up correctly. There we go. Now everything's connected. So this is more or less acting as armor. Alright, so let's put some jammers on here. Stick one underneath at the back. I can mount that forward a little bit. It doesn't need to be all the way back here. And it won't mount there because we've got collision issues. Okay, so it does have to be all the way back here. Well, we'll leave both of those blocks in place. Can probably mount another one near the front here as well. Or maybe not, because collision issues yet again. Can't just invert those. Nope. Okay. And now all of those connections have been invalidated. Yay. So we are at 1258 CPU. Got lots of thrusters. I'm going to add on another couple of redundant thrusters back here for turning. Never gonna hurt. We could probably fit in a bunch of T4s through the rest of the body just to help out. So let's do that. What could possibly go wrong? And we do need some kind of top shielding against plasma. Can't put one in there. But that will have to do. Oh, we never did complete the cocoon. That's because those blocks cannot be connected to anything. So we do it like that instead. And hopefully that's enough mass now for the design to be more stable. Let's go back for another test. Still seesaws a lot. Oh, hoverblades, come on. God, hoverblades, what the hell are you doing here? I might have a trick to fix that seesaw. Let's just try something quickly. Clone mode on. I need another couple. Let's just use these for now. And a couple of tier 10 rudders. Now these add a little bit of drag, but they'll also stabilize it a lot. And they also have the added benefit of adding shielding. So this should stop the design from flapping as it currently does. Okay, can we fit some radar on here as well while we're at it? Nope, they won't fit there. Can't fit them on the back here. They kind of take up a fair amount of space these days. You know what, I'm just going to stick one on the back. But make sure it's... actually, let's invert that one. There we go. Make these flat. They look better flat. Now there's something missing, but for now let's just give it a go.